Morning, everybody. It's Festus Moyer, Ladder and Success. Just woke up, finished eating breakfast. This is day 3 of the Israel trip. Very, very excited for the day. We're actually going to meet a small community of Aramaic Christians, which this will be our first encounter with people who are primarily Christian. And so, seeing as this group is probably going to be one of the older group of Christians, oldest group of Christians, I'm very excited to meet with them and just try to get their take on what it means to be Christian, seeing as their families are directly connected to not only the land but also the story of Jesus Christ, and just try to see is there a significant difference between American Christianity, even in its most conservative, most biblical roots, versus the Christianity that we see here. So I'm very excited for that. Yesterday was an awesome day. It was packed with so much stuff. I mean, I can't even really tell. Obviously, the highlight of yesterday for me was being baptized in the Jordan River. As long as I've been in the faith, probably about 7 years now, I don't recall being baptized when I truly understood my faith, truly came to faith, and so that's something I always struggled with, and so now I don't have the struggle anymore because it's number one, obedience. Number 2, I got baptized in the place where Jesus got baptized, so that's really awesome. So, man, and got some wonderful pictures. Wow. And it was just so interesting, like getting in the water. You had these fish that would bite at your feet, and they weren't trying to hurt you or anything. They were just biting at your feet, just nibbling. Some people said dead skin. I don't know what they were trying to get, probably dead skin. But as they're nibbling on your feet, I'm not talking about one fish. I'm talking about like 5 or 6 fish on both feet. As they're nibbling at your feet, I couldn't help but think like these fish are the ancestors of the fish that nibbled at Jesus' feet, that nibbled at John the Baptist's feet, that nibbled at the feet of everybody that they baptized. So that was definitely wonderful. And again, hearing the cough, I'm still not doing 100%. But however, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Let me talk about a couple more things. Our trip to Magdala. We got a chance to actually go to Magdala, likely the place where Mary Magdalene was from, Mary of Magdala, and it was a wonderful site excavation. I mean, we got a chance to hear from the curators, see the actual ruins of a synagogue there. Not only the ruins of a synagogue, but we also got a chance to actually see some students from Harvard New Testament excavating the site, and it's just very powerful because once you are able to see the synagogue there, the bathhouses, the mansions, which come by our comparison today, they're not mansions, but by that day they're very significant, very, very significant. And so being able to be there, to see all that, it's really awesome. What else? Man, we got a chance to go to Capernaum, which is considered the hometown of Jesus according to Mark chapter 1. And it's just that was very awesome seeing the synagogues there, actually going to what was likely the very first church at Peter's house, actually Peter's mom's house. So Peter was still living with his mama. No, I'm just joking. I don't know if Peter was living with his mom, but it was Peter's mom's house, and actually going to see the first house church that they had there when the church really started breaking away from the synagogue, and they made an addition to the house, which that's very significant because it goes to say something about Peter's wealth and Peter's family's wealth, because Most of the homes here were not created from stone of any sizable fashion. Most of the homes here prior to that era. I'm sorry. There's some stuff going on here. I'll let y'all see it. Somebody had a little foot injury. And the medic team is taking care of them right now. So again, it's a really wonderful experience in Capernaum. Wish we could have stayed there longer. But we got a chance to spend about 2-3 hours, 2 hours, maybe one and a half hours there. Got a chance to go to the site of the Sermon on the Mount. Very, very interesting site. Just being able to see where the Sermon on the Mount was preached and the significance of that preaching. I mean, wow. Like. And you can ask yourself, why did Jesus pick this spot? And I think one of the significant reasons why Jesus picked that spot was because of the acoustics. Even though it's quite windy there, if you're speaking, the wind can catch your voice, and especially if your back is to the wind, can carry your voice, carry those vibrations down to people who are speaking, who are sitting just beyond you. And so you could probably do quite a bit of teaching from that area. It's basically it's sat a small ridge on the entry to pretty much the beginning of a valley area, but that would feed down into the Sea of Galilee itself, the Lake of Galilee. Other highlights from yesterday. I would say another highlight from yesterday would be being in the location where Jesus fed 5,000, and now stands the church. They call it Mesa Petros, which is basically the table of Peter, and they believe that this was not only the location where Jesus fed the 5,000, but also the location where Jesus fed Peter and the disciples at the end of, I believe it was the book of Luke. Once he returned, and they didn't know it was him, and he came back and he said, then they went out fishing. They didn't catch anything, and after that, going out and not catching anything. Sorry, that was B. After going out and not catching anything, Jesus called from the shore and told him, throw your castor net on the other side of the boat. And on doing this, they caught 153 fish. And that number is significant in the Jewish tradition. But on pulling out 153 fish, Peter immediately realized that it was Christ who was telling him to cast his net out again, and so he jumps out the boat and swims to shore, and there Jesus makes them breakfast and feeds them. And so that area is very interesting from a... Okay. Okay. Just me? Well, it's time to go. It's a great pleasure recording. I will see y'all soon. On to Jerusalem today. Be blessed.